They are called paranoid. They were mocked for preparing to live in a world where the modern world could stop working, something most people couldn't even imagine. But now, as prices climb, systems strain, and comfort becomes uncertainty, the rest of the world is starting to see what preppers saw decades ago. When shelves go empty, or the grid flickers off, preppers don't panic, they adapt. Because for them, collapse isn't a surprise. It's a possibility they've already prepared to meet. Today on Deca Facts, we're breaking down 10 things preppers knew before everyone else, and why those lessons matter now more than ever. 10. Comfort is a trap. Preppers always understood that convenience hides fragility. The easier life gets, the less anyone thinks about how it works. Grocery stores restock daily. Power grids hum constantly. People stopped asking what happens if it doesn't. While most built their lives around comfort, preppers built theirs around resilience. They knew every convenience had a breaking point. Comfort makes you passive. Preparation keeps you alive when comfort ends. 9. Systems fail faster than anyone thinks. It's easy to believe collapse takes time. But preppers know it only takes one broken link in the chain, one port shutdown, one shortage, one panic. The same supply system that makes life convenient can unravel overnight. That's why preppers focus on redundancy. Multiple ways to cook, to store, to communicate. When the rest of the world wonders how it fell apart so quickly, preppers are already adapting. Unfortunately, civilization is built on systems that are prone to failure. 8. Dependency is dangerous. For most people, survival depends on someone else. Farmers for food, utilities for power, governments for safety. Preppers never trusted that model. They saw dependency as control. When systems break, dependency becomes a leash, pulling people toward fear and waiting for rescue. But self-reliance isn't isolation, it's freedom. Preppers learned that the more skills you have, the less permission you need to live. 7. Nature doesn't negotiate. Modern society treats nature like an inconvenience. But preppers respect it because they've seen what it can do. The floods, the storms, the blizzards that erase normal overnight. They don't wait for warnings. They prepare for what's inevitable. While most argue about predictions, preppers are stacking wood, checking roofs, and planning escape routes. Because nature doesn't care about politics or optimism. It just reminds you who's in charge. 6. Money doesn't always equal security. For decades, people thought wealth equaled safety. But preppers knew better. When the power goes out, cash is just paper. When systems crash, numbers on a screen don't feed you. They measure wealth in practical terms: food, water, tools, and knowledge. Because when systems falter, it's not the rich who adapt first. It's the prepared. And while others panic over lost value, preppers still eat dinner by candlelight without worry. 5. Freedom requires work. Preppers understand that independence isn't easy. It's maintenance, discipline, and sacrifice. The garden doesn't plant itself, the generator doesn't fuel itself, and security doesn't keep itself sharp. But they trade convenience for autonomy. They choose effort over dependency because they know freedom has a price. Most people pay it late, preppers pay it early. If you're realizing these aren't just prepper lessons but life lessons, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Here at Deca Facts, we look at the history, laws, and systems that prove the world rewards preparation. 4. Fear is contagious. Calm is learned. When disaster hits, fear spreads faster than the event itself. Panic empties shelves before the first emergency alert even sounds. Preppers have already lived through scarcity on purpose. They've trained themselves to face unknowns calmly. When others are desperate, they're deliberate. Confidence isn't luck, it's the byproduct of practice. Preppers rehearse survival so they never have to fake it. 3. Governments react, preppers anticipate. Every disaster report starts the same way. Officials were caught off guard. Preppers never are. They don't wait for press conferences. They plan for silence. They know no government can respond instantly when millions call for help at once, so they prepare to handle their own. Because when a crisis hits, The first responder isn't a stranger in a uniform. It's you. 2. Communities matter more than stockpiles. Old school prepping used to mean going solo. One man, one bunker, one plan. But the best preppers evolved. They form groups, barter skills, share resources, and protect each other. They learned that isolation may keep you alive, but connection helps you rebuild. The lone wolf might survive the night, but the community survives the decade. 1. Normal was never permanent. Preppers never believed in back to normal. They saw that society forgets every crisis as soon as comfort returns. But the truth is simple. There is no normal. There's just stability for now. Preppers don't wait for peace, they build it. They live in a constant state of readiness, not because they expect collapse, but because they respect how quickly it can happen. When the rest of the world rebuilds its illusions, preppers just keep reinforcing their foundations, always trying to stay functional in a fragile world. Now that fragility is obvious, and the people who once laughed are starting to listen. Preparedness isn't paranoia. It's responsibility to your family, your community, and your future. Which of these lessons do you think most people are still ignoring? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and check out our other breakdowns of the laws, histories, and habits that decide how self-reliant you're allowed to be. Thanks for watching. See you in the next countdown.